Welcome to Monday's version of Talkin Tigers. I'm Jim Derry. Those LSU fans who were concerned about the vanilla offense after a tight win at Mississippi State last week, well, they exhaled this week in a rout of Auburn, thanks to the dominating performance of Heisman frontrunner Leonard Fournette. His 19-carry, 228-yard, 3-touchdown show led the Tigers to rise in the polls from 13th to 7th. So let's turn to someone who witnessed the highlight reel firsthand, and that's LSU beat writer Jim Kleinpeter. Jim, in all that LSU games you've covered, where does that performance rank?
That's up there. That's right there with the. In fact, I think it's even more impressive than what Kevin Falk did in 1996 when LSU was trailing 34-10 against 34-14 against Houston and rallied to win. Kevin scored 5 touchdowns, but Leonard Fournette was throwing people around. This was not just running for touchdowns. This was dominating a defense almost by himself. It's like the blockers got him the first 5 yards, and he just ran circles around the Auburn defense the rest of the way. And it really did. It really did carry the offense. I think Brandon Harris has been held back a little bit. I don't think they want to put too much on him, and if they don't have to put any on him, they won't. But I think he's going to get better as the season goes on, and there will come a time where they'll need him, where Leonard Fournette won't be able to get everything done that he did against Auburn.
Jim, Brandon Harris, speaking of him, he showed that he can make the pass. He threw that long out to Dupree that was just missed. He shows that he can throw the pass if they need to open it up a little bit.
Yeah, and his mechanics are all so much better now, and his patience is good. I know it was just a 1-yard touchdown pass, but you have to wait, and you can't throw that ball too soon. You've got to sell the fake. You've got to do the bootleg. You got to get the right steps on the bootleg. He laid it in there. It was a perfect throw. He had a couple of overthrows in the end zone where the first one, I think he rushed it. He saw it and threw the ball too soon, and he threw it too far. And on the second one, where they had to settle for the field goal, he threw the ball. He set up everything was perfect, and I think the ball just came out of his hand a little bit high and just sailed way too high for anybody to come close to getting it. But he throws enough of his other passes very nice. He had a couple of real nice balls against Mississippi State that helped set up touchdowns. So I don't think there's a concern with how he throws it. They just don't want to put too much pressure on him, and I think you'll see him throw the ball a little bit more this next couple of weeks.
Well, with Fournette stealing the show Saturday, the effort of the defense sort of went by unnoticed. Just how good were they?
Very good. In fact, LSU's got a budding star in Davin Godchaux, defensive tackle. He's very, very quick. I know one play, he didn't get the sack, but he was in the backfield so quick, he just blew up the play and forced Jeremy Johnson to the sidelines, and he eventually got run out of bounds for a 7-yard loss. And he had a couple of other sacks that he did get credit for. He's just very, very quick, and he anticipates the snap count well. But I think what LSU did really well, and why they matched up so well with Auburn, LSU has such great lateral speed. They've got a great secondary with great athletes. Their corners can cover, but their safeties, I don't know if you noticed how active those guys were. Ricky Jefferson and Jamal Adams come up hard. They hit hard. They're very, very aggressive. Then they play tight. They're not playing soft at all. I think maybe last year defensively they didn't play with as much aggression, but that's what Kevin Steele has been pushing on them.
Thanks for joining us, Jim. We'll talk to you soon.
My pleasure.
And for today's Extra Point, Leonard Fournette's rushing performance has found its way into the history books. His 228 yards is 7th best all-time in LSU lore, and it was the 3rd best mark for the Tigers in an SEC game. Better yet, his 12 yards per carry effort was the best ever in LSU history for rushers with 15 or more carries, topping the performance by Kevin Falk that Jim just talked about. He had 11.7 yards per carry in 1996 when he went for 246 total on 21 carries against Houston. Well, that's it for today. Join us Thursday when we'll preview this weekend's game at Syracuse. Thanks for watching.